Hello, today I am here with a wonderful video, and it's going to be about change and why you need to embrace it, because that's something that I'm trying to do right now. I'm moving literally just 5 minutes away from my current place, but I'm going to be in my unit by myself. Usually I've always lived with my mom, but today, this time, I am living on my own, which is very new and something that I honestly have been affirming for a really long time now. Maybe like 2 years I've been affirming. Every time something pissed me off at home, because I'm incredibly OCD, I'm always like, I live by myself, I love my home. And it happened, very randomly actually. So another goes to show, manifestation, affirmations, very useful, very prominent, but it's really down to the changes when they're actually happening to stay comfortable and confident in them. Because if you, let's say you're changing your own identity, let's say you have a job and you get a better position, but you feel really unsure, so you've been affirming this position. You're like, okay, I am now the CEO of this whatever, like, so, and you've been affirming this and you finally get it, but then your identity, it goes back to what it was before. Your manifestation, those changes are not going to stay the same because you're not in that identity anymore. It's like a constant thing. So when I feel myself like there's changes going on in my life and it's making me feel a little worried or scared or anything like that, just because it's a new experience, I remind myself that it's not a new experience because this is something that I've wanted for myself. So I've already visualized it in my head. I've already played it through. I know what's going to happen. I know what I choose. So there's ultimately nothing to worry about because it's going to turn out perfectly fine. And that's also something that I'm doing in terms of gym. So I went through a period where I increased my intake for growing my muscles. And now I am doing the opposite. And I've cut down very drastically to cut, basically. And for some time, I was like, honestly, still am a little concerned. I feel like it usually goes faster for me. I want to make sure I'm tracking everything properly. But I remembered that the reason why I got so lean and so into the gym in the first place maybe a year ago. Yeah, almost exactly a year ago. Because on the 24th, it marks exactly a year that I started going to the gym. So a year ago, the reason why I was able to achieve something that I wanted for so long was because I was consistently affirming and visualizing it. No matter what I was doing, I was seeing myself from third person in the shape that I wanted to be and not the one that I was at that moment. And I'm just saying it was so drastic. I went from 21 to 14% body fat in a matter of 2.5 months, which is, if you know, that's actually that's not human. That's insane. And I was eating too, like, not a lot, but I was eating. So it's not like I was starving myself. But that's absolutely insane. And it's only because I was visualizing myself in the body that I wanted. And it was much smaller than what it was at the moment. I remember walking back home from work and I was watching these like videos from this girl, and she was just like showing her abs on the Stairmaster. I was literally imagining myself like doing the same thing. And it was just always stuck in my head. Like, that was like such like a dominating thought that my reality had no choice but to show it to me, because I wasn't like, oh, but what if I'm not like this? Like, there was literally like no back thoughts in my mind, and that's why it came to me so easily. And right now, being from that to where I decided to go for growing muscles, trying to go back to that, it's a little bit different, because it's like I've experienced the flip side again, and so it's just like getting myself back on the same like track, that mind body little connection that I was on before. But I know that in a few a matter of a little time, I'll be back on here saying, this is how to, I don't know, get your dream body. This is how to cut down when you feel like you can't. And yeah, because ultimately whatever you want is inevitable. And if you have the right tools, such as using your mind for the right things, like affirming what you actually want and not what you don't want, you are literally unstoppable. There's genuinely nothing that can touch you. And bonus, before I end the video, stop surrounding yourself with people that make you feel like you're not where you want to be. And sometimes you can distance yourself from these people because maybe they're family, maybe they're really close to you, like you have to see them all the time. But as much as possible, do not interact willingly with those that create those feelings of uncertainty. Like, I have a very small amount of people around me because I don't want things messing with my mood. And I've always been like that. I've always been someone who has a very small group of people around me because I feel like when I am close to a lot of people, there's things that start affecting my thoughts. I start taking on their personality traits. Like, you have to be so selective. So if there's someone that is like basically making you feel like the opposite of what you want, like maybe they talk a lot about how maybe you want to be more beautiful, maybe that's what you're affirming, and they talk a lot about how like ugly they are, and that makes you feel not necessarily they're doing something bad to you, but being around that energy is going to bring you down to that same level, because we turn into the people we're closest to. So even though they're not doing anything wrong to you, you still have the right to be like, you know what, I'm going to distance myself from this person. This is not what I want to hear. This is not what I want to see. I know better, and they can get better on their own terms. And that's okay. That's perfectly fine. Peace.